sweet. Cause when I do a pop it, yeah, I pop in the sense. When I relax, I'm a people sweet one, but I will. The track.
You asked about my origins. My mother and father are originally from India, my father from New Delhi and my mother from Punjab. I was born and brought up in Scotland in the city of Glasgow, and it's a wonderful city and I'm very, very happy to be from Glasgow City, and that's where I got my accent from. Music in a way was always part of my family. It seemed to be the main kind of escape and go-to for every member of my family. My father loved music, my mother loved music. In fact, my mother used to sing like an angel in the kitchen, singing Sikh prayers, absolutely gorgeous. And my father used to sing ghazals, and he was very, very passionate about his singing. So to have a mother and father who both loved singing and who loved listening to all the different old classics, old Indian classics, old movies, it was just natural for it to spread to the children. My big brother was a singer in a band, a very activist band. My little sister, Anjali, is a wonderful piano player. She's a very, very accomplished piano player. My sister Deepika plays a guitar. You know, we're all very musical. We all love music. So that's how I got in touch with it. It was just, in a way, it was a natural kind of progression from listening to it 24/7 at home. I think the difficulties kind of change as time goes on. At the beginning of the music career, it was finding the right sound, finding people that you can actually have an understanding with, to create music with. It was finding an outlet for the music, a label to release it, or a distributor to distribute it. But as time goes on, the more you work, the more these doors open for you, and I was always one to persevere. But the difficulties were always, you know, finding a good routine with what we're doing, finding an avenue for the next project, having an idea for what the next project actually is going to be. But on the other hand, how I overcame it was to have faith in the Lord, have faith in the people that I met on my path, who would get me involved in either a jazz project or who were either electronic music musicians, who were producers. I somehow found my way. I'm currently working on several other albums, you know, a couple of reggae albums in there. I've got some back catalogue releases that I'm interested in sharing. I'm always very busy. I've got my fingers in about four or five different pies at the moment. So that's 4 or 5 different sounds, different albums, lots of different stuff going on. There's a reggae album I'm doing, and there's also a reggae sound system album with Kunta from Zion High Foundation, produced by Highly Seen from Lyon in France. I'm also working on an album with Alex from Flashette Records, and there's some wonderful stuff ahead. I'm working on some more digital music. I'm exploring some avenues of recording some soul music. I've created a Christian gospel album, which is pretty much all a cappella. It's a choral album, meaning that it's been created with nothing but layers and layers of voices and vocals. We'll be having some of those remixed as well. Well, not even remixed, but some of those are going to have instrumentals built behind them. So we'll see what kind of challenges we're going to be able to offer some producers, because these tracks are not going to be easy to basically, build instrumentals for. But it's going to be done. On top of that, I'm developing the live show. We're going to have a really positive live show that's going to be sunny and full of good vibes, and we want to spread the love and joy to people, and we want to show real unity on stage between artists and musicians and performers, and we're going to try and bring the live show up to have somewhat of a dramatic element to it as well, so that it tells a little bit of a story and isn't simply just going through the singing of the songs or the performing of the songs. So we're going to have some nice projects like that going on. I'm working on various other projects, which, I'm working on a comic book project as well, It's like a musical, but it'll be told in the form of a comic book. And that's a long-term project. You know, you can wait at least 5-10 years before that's finished. But I've been working on it already for 5-6 years. So when it's finally finished, it's definitely one to wait for, anticipate. Yes, I'm just continuing to work on the music, concentrating mainly on music now, moving away from business, moving away from trying to, you know, control everything, and just concentrating on being an artist, which is what I believe the Lord chose me to do. He wants me to be an artist. And so now I'm doing that, and I'm feeling much happier about it. We're actually promoting the next album release, which is called Born Again. I'm trying to get away from the celebration of cannabis, even though it's a plant that God created for us, and I will always support the legalization of that plant for use medicinally and for use for other positive purposes. But for now, I'd like to move towards my more spiritual path that I've been on for the last many years. And that's where Born Again comes from. It depicts my life as a born-again Christian, as a born-again in the Spirit of the Lord, the Spirit of righteousness and goodness, and wanting to be good and perfect in the eyes of our mighty Lord. And so Born Again is actually, I would say it's an album that's deep, and probably one that's closest to my heart and most personal. It's the most personal, that's why it's closest to my heart. We have tracks on here that are also very positive, like Love to Live, and we have Some Folks. Bomb Our Yard is actually a positive song, despite the word bomb sounding negative. Warriors, Life Story, I See You Clear, which is a conversation between me and the Lord. It's like the Lord telling me that He loves me and He sees me clear and He holds me in His arms, which is very lovely, really. Stand My Sister is an ode to all my brothers and sisters out there who are involved in the struggle of life and who are wanting to find some kind of peace. That's a song that was pulled from the depths of my suffering soul. Me Away, a very positive kind of slightly ethnically infused song. We have Tap, High Eye, which is an upbeat reggae song. Joy Is Mine, which is a song about my dear Lord Jesus. Close Your Eyes, I Told You So. I mean, it really is a joyful journey. It's more concentrates on hip-hop. It's got definitely sprinklings of deep soul in there and gospel. And you're going to hear some of my old classic reggae as well. So it really is a special project. I believe that the production is probably the best quality that I've had so far, just in the way of like the hip-hop. So I'd really recommend getting that and having a listen. I'm not just saying that because it's my record, but of course I have to say that because it's my record. So, but I do think it's definitely worth a listen. Born Again, it's worth it for the artwork alone.